Hey guys, in this video I'm going to cover the heart in Japanese. I'll go over the main words and terms used for the main parts of the heart, with tips and methods on how to remember the words in kanji and implant them in your memory. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to better learn and understand the Japanese through understanding the physiology of the heart and how it links to the way the Japanese words are formed. So let's get straight into it.
So the heart in Japanese is called shinzo. Breaking the word down, we first have the kanji shin, which means heart. This kanji is often used as a prefix to mean cardiac or something related to the heart, as in this case where it's followed by the kanji zo, which is the kanji for organ, to indicate that the word is about the heart organ. So altogether we have heart organ or shinzo, which is the heart. So the heart is made up of 4 chambers, with the top 2 chambers being atria or atrium, and the bottom 2 chambers being ventricles. So the word for atrium is shinbo. Breaking the word down, we first have the kanji shin, again used as a prefix for the heart, followed by the kanji bo for chamber or room, together making heart chamber or shinbo, which is the atrium. So with the atrium being one of the chambers of the heart, the kanji for heart and chamber were used in the construction of this word. So this pattern of the description of the word making up the kanji used to construct the Japanese word is also seen in ventricles, which is shinshitsu. Breaking it down, we have shin, the kanji for heart or cardiac, followed by the kanji shitsu for room or chamber, together making heart room or shinshitsu, which is ventricle.
Now to get a little more specific on the 4 chambers. So when deoxygenated blood returns to the heart, it first enters the right atrium, which is ushimbo. Breaking it down, we have the kanji for right, u, the onyomi of the kanji, followed by the word shimbo, which we covered earlier for atrium, together making ushimbo, which is right atrium. So the blood from the right atrium then goes to the right ventricle, which is ushinshitsu. Breaking the word down, we again have the kanji for right, u, followed by the word shinshitsu for ventricle, which we covered earlier, together making ushinshitsu or right ventricle. So the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle then gets moved to the lungs to be oxygenated and then returns to the left atrium, which in Japanese is sashinbo. Breaking it down, we first have the kanji for left, sa, the onyomi of the kanji, followed by the word for atrium, shimbo, together making sashinbo or left atrium. So from the left atrium, the oxygenated blood goes into the left ventricle before it gets pumped out into the body, and the word for left ventricle is sashinshitsu. Breaking it down, we first have the kanji for left, sa, followed by shinshitsu for ventricle, together making sashinshitsu or left ventricle. So a lot of the blood in the heart flows through blood vessels called arteries and veins. So the word for artery in Japanese is domyaku. So breaking the kanji down, we first have the kanji do for move or movement, followed by the kanji myaku for blood vessels, vein or pulse, together making movement vein or domyaku, which is artery. So remembering that the artery is responsible for movement, do of blood, through its blood vessel, myaku, throughout the body, will help you remember the kanji and word domyaku for artery. Next we have the Japanese word for vein, which is jomyaku. Breaking the word down, we first have the kanji jo for quiet or calm, followed again by the kanji myaku for blood vessel or vein, together making quiet vein or jomyaku, which is vein. So remembering that the vein is the blood vessel that returns blood to the heart in a quiet, calm manner, jo, compared to the active, forceful manner of the artery pushing blood out into circulation, it will help you remember the word jomyaku for vein. So a key role of the heart is oxygenating blood through the lungs, and this occurs through the pulmonary arteries and veins. So the deoxygenated blood that is returned to the heart gets moved to the lungs to be reoxygenated via the pulmonary artery. And just a quick tip, the pulmonary artery is the only artery that carries deoxygenated blood, differing to the normal where the artery pushes oxygenated blood into circulation. So the word for pulmonary artery is haidomyaku. Breaking it down, we first have the kanji hai for lung, which is being used as a prefix to mean pulmonary, followed by the word for artery domyaku, which we covered earlier, together making haidomyaku or pulmonary artery. So the blood that's been oxygenated returns back to the heart via the pulmonary vein, which is haijomyaku. Breaking it down, we first have the kanji hai, which is the prefix for pulmonary, followed by jomyaku for vein, together making haijomyaku or pulmonary vein. And just to get a little more specific, we have right and left pulmonary arteries and veins. I'll cover these quickly as it's quite straightforward. So depending on which you want to indicate, for right you start with migi, the kunyomi reading for right, and for left you start with hidari, which is the kunyomi reading for left. So we have migi-hai domyaku for right pulmonary artery, migi-hai jomyaku for right pulmonary vein, hidari-hai domyaku for left pulmonary artery, and hidari-hai jomyaku for left pulmonary vein. So now we'll cover some of the main blood vessels responsible for blood leaving and returning to the heart. So the artery responsible for distributing oxygenated blood into systemic circulation after being ejected from the left ventricle is the aorta, which is daidomyaku. Breaking it down, we have the kanji dai for large, followed by the word domyaku for artery, together making large artery or daidomyaku, which is the aorta. So remembering that the aorta is the largest artery in the body will help you remember daidomyaku. So the deoxygenated blood that returns to the heart from the upper part of the body returns through the superior vena cava, which is jodai jomyaku. Breaking the word down, we first have jo, which means upper or above, followed by dai, which means large, and then the word jomyaku for vein, together making upper large vein or jodai jomyaku, which is superior vena cava. So again, the description of the word reflecting the makeup of the Japanese word in kanji. The deoxygenated blood that returns to the heart from the lower parts of the body come through the inferior vena cava, which is kadai jomyaku. Breaking it down, we first have ka for lower, followed by the kanji dai for large, then ending with the word jomyaku for vein, together making lower large vein or kadai jomyaku, which is the inferior vena cava. So remembering that the inferior vena cava is the large vein from the lower parts of the body will help you remember kadai jomyaku. So now we'll look at a couple of valves in the heart. So the valve between the right atrium and right ventricle is the tricuspid valve, which in Japanese is sansenben. Breaking it down, we have san, which means free, followed by sen, which is the kanji for cusp, and then ending with the kanji ben for valve, together making free cusp valve or sansenben, which is the tricuspid valve. So remembering that the tricuspid valve is the valve that has three cusps or flaps can help you remember sansenben. The valve between the left atrium and ventricle is called the mitral valve, which in Japanese is soboben. Breaking it down, we first have the kanji sobo, which means monk's hat. This kanji is used as the valve is shaped like a monk's hat. So sobo is then followed by the kanji ben for valve, together making monk's hat valve or soboben, which is the mitral valve. So remembering the mitral valve as the monk hat shaped valve will help you recall soboben. And that's the end of the video. If you'd like more videos on medical Japanese, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you wish to do so. Thank you for watching.